They said, "No girl from this neighborhood will ever fly a plane." But years later, she shocked the world from the pilot seat. In the heart of a close-knit African-American neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia, lived a girl named Amara Johnson. Every afternoon, planes from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport roared above her community. While other kids covered their ears, Amara's eyes lit up. To her, each plane whispered one word: fly. But at home, she faced a storm. Her mother, exhausted from long shifts as a home care worker, dismissed her dreams sharply. Amara stopped this nonsense. There's no such thing as a female pilot from around here. Girls need stability, not sky dreams. The word her mother used, impossible. Impossible means something that cannot be done. But often, it just means I don't believe in you. Amara shared her dream with classmates, but they only laughed. You? A pilot? Girl, you can't even afford extra classes. They called her dream ridiculous. Ridiculous means silly or laughable. But to Amara, fly was no joke. There was one voice of hope. Her uncle, Uncle James, a mechanic who ran a small auto shop nearby. Every evening, he'd sit with Amara on the porch and say, "Dreams are like engines, baby girl. They don't run without fuel. If you want to fly, keep fueling your mind." For the first time, Amara felt seen. One night, her mother discovered a secret folder under Amara's bed, drawings of airplanes, aviation notes, and a half-completed application for a scholarship in Malta, where English was widely spoken. Her mother's face burned with rage. "You're chasing shadows. I work day and night, and you sit here with fantasies? You'll embarrass me, Amara." In anger, she tore the papers into pieces. That night, Amara wept silently. But Uncle James walked in, holding the shredded papers he had taped back together. He whispered, "Dreams can be torn, but they can also be rebuilt." Those words ignited fire in her soul. Weeks later, Amara registered for a scholarship test in the city. But on the morning of the exam, her mother locked the door and hid the keys. Suspense filled the house. Was this the end? Then, in a bold twist, Uncle James showed up, pretending to borrow tools. He distracted her mother. Amara quietly slid open the back window and escaped. She ran down the narrow streets of her neighborhood, sneakers slapping the pavement, heart racing. She reached the exam center 1 minute before the doors closed. That single exam became the turning point. She won the scholarship. Soon, Amara arrived in Malta, a small island nation where English was an official language. But fitting in was hard. Her accent stood out. Her skin color drew stares. Some classmates whispered, "Why is she even here? She'll never pass the flight tests." That's when Amara embraced a new English word: perseverance. It means continued effort despite difficulties. She repeated it daily like a mantra. "Perseverance will be my wings." Just when things began to improve, Amara received devastating news. Uncle James, her only supporter back home, had fallen seriously ill. Doctors weren't sure he'd make it. She sat on her dorm bed, torn apart. Should she fly back home or continue her training? With tears streaming, she whispered, "If I quit now, everything he believed in dies. But if I succeed, his faith will live forever." She chose to keep going. Months later came the day of her first solo flight. Standing on the tarmac, Amara felt her knees tremble. She climbed into the cockpit, gripping the controls. The instructor's words echoed. "Calm mind, clear focus, trust yourself." But mid-air, disaster struck. The plane jolted violently. Alarms blared. The engine sputtered. This is called turbulence. Turbulence means unsteady, violent movement, in the air and in life. Fear froze her hands. She remembered her mother's scolding, her classmates' laughter, the locked door. But then Uncle James's voice rang in her memory. "Fuel your dream, baby girl." Her heart roared, "I will fly." She steadied her grip, corrected controls, and guided the plane back safely. When the wheels touched the runway, a crowd erupted into cheers. She had survived her turbulence. Months later, Amara stood tall in her navy blue pilot's uniform. The announcement was official. She was the youngest African-American female pilot trained in Malta. Her photo filled newspapers. Her story spread across continents. But the biggest twist of all came at her graduation ceremony. In the audience, hidden among the crowd, stood her mother, tears in her eyes. For the first time, she whispered, "My daughter, the pilot." Amara walked over, embraced her mother, and said softly, "Dreams don't break families, Mama. They unite them." It wasn't revenge. It was forgiveness. Because true victory is not only proving others wrong, it's transforming doubters into believers. So, what do we learn from Amara's story? 1. Dreams may be doubted, but doubt is not destiny. 2. Find your encouragers. Every dreamer needs an Uncle James. 3. Obstacles, torn notebooks, locked doors, turbulence are lessons in disguise. 4. Forgiveness is the highest form of strength. Most of all, don't stop believing in your dreams. Let's quickly revise the words we learned today. Impossible, something that cannot be done. Ridiculous, silly or laughable. Perseverance, continued effort despite difficulties. Turbulence, unsteady, violent movement, especially in air or life. What's your dream? Maybe people laugh. Maybe even family members doubt you. But remember Amara's story. The sky doesn't care about your gender, your background, or your accent. It only asks one question. Do you dare to fly? Don't stop believing. Don't stop fighting. And above all, don't stop dreaming.